All right, what up, YouTube? This is No Cap, No Filter. I'm your host, Marley G, back at y'all on the episode of Running With You. And today we got to run about Joe Haden, man. He's a athlete for the Browns, I believe. I think he's a cornerback. And he's yet another athlete on these podcasts, black athlete, saying that these contracts they be getting, they go by fast, and he breaks down how fast they go by off the expenses that he has and the spending that he's been doing. So let's go ahead on and break this down. Let's go react to it together. I haven't seen this. I know it's been going viral crazy. So without further ado, let's go ahead on and get into it, man.
You hear when I signed for 50 million, right? I signed 5 years, 50 million. I get 26.6 guaranteed. My first year in the league, I make 12.6 million. I get a $12 million signing bonus. I touched them motherfuckers for $7 million, right? Off the rip. I think I signed for 50 million. I like me, everybody here is like, Joe signed $50 million. He got $50 million. It goes to the point where, like, now it is what it is. I'm telling you, we didn't have bread. So, mom and dad, boom, $3 million after taxes, cash. What y'all need, mom and dad? I gave mom and dad $3 million.
Ooh, bing, that's like, a flex right there.
Yeah, gave mom and dad $3 million after taxes, basically $6 million. Gave mom and dad $3 million. Boom, y'all can have that. Then bought my mom and dad $1 million house.
Hold on. So you gave them $3 million and bought them the house.
Bought them the house.
Oh, you a real one.
Oh yeah. House was $1 million. So now basically that's giving mom and dad $3 million cash, $5 million.
All right. So far, he gave his mom $3 million, and then he bought $1 million house. That's $4 million out the seven you said you didn't blew right off the bat, thinking that you had 50 million, but you only got what 26 guaranteed. He said, man, look at the watch he got on. That watch alone is a lot. Like, dog, when it comes to these athletes, bro, you don't gotta put your parents in some expensive ass house like that. They could be right good in a nice middle class neighborhood. And I understand a lot of these middle class neighborhoods, depending on the market, these houses is expensive. But I'm pretty sure they trying to have they moms in houses where, they moms is in neighborhoods where they could be neighbors to another celebrity. Like, it don't gotta be like that, bro. It don't gotta be like that. I work at a job and they got siblings of people that's, in the NBA. Like, I literally work with a sibling that's the brother of a guy that's in the NBA, well-known NBA player, and he's working with me. You ain't got to retire your parents. You ain't got to, like, because once you say no to any of these family members, that's when you're just going to be the bad guy. They could still go to work. You can't get them a nice house. You can't get them out of debt. You can't get them transportation if they need one. I can understand all that stuff, but just always taking care of them. Now, of course, you want to take care of your parents. You would like to retire your parents if they want to retire. But if they're doing something that they love, they could just keep going to work, and you just pay for the house, pay for the property taxes, and they take care of the taxes. And that's another thing about these contracts. It depends on what state you in, because some state taxes are more than others. But a lot of these guys are young. They don't come from financial literacy backgrounds. They mothers and fathers never had real money like that to begin with, so they don't really know how to finance and take care of millions of dollars, because they never even, a lot of these people parents never even made $100,000. Now we getting into the league where a lot of these guys are coming from good background families and stuff like that, but these inner city kids, they not coming from parents that know about how to get your credit right, that know about how to put money in certain accounts and it'll gain interest. They don't know about 401ks. They don't know about how to invest. They don't know about stocks. They don't know about trading. They don't know like we just so far behind when it comes to financial literacy. And I seen somebody say, notice you don't never see white guys, on these podcasts talking about how they blew their money and all this and all that. They come from financial literacy. Like they come from families that literally know how to move around money, literally know how to, find loopholes when it comes to money for tax write-offs. They learned this at a young age. While we sitting talking about sports and stuff with our family, they sitting and talking about stocks and bonds and stuff with their family. So it's a difference. And don't get it confused. A white guy might not have, all these cars and blew a bag on all these girls and, took all these lavish vacation with all these models, but they do, spend a lot of money when it comes to their home. Like they might have $1 million kitchen, like they spend money on different stuff. Like we spend a lot of money on designer clothes. We spend a lot of money on jewelry. We spend a lot of money on stuff that depreciates in value, to whereas they spend a lot of money on stuff that do appreciates in value. Now I don't know what kind of watch that is, but some watches, they hold their appreciation. So the moment you bought it, you could sell it 5 years from now, and you could probably sell it around the same price you bought it for. To whereas you buying a car, it depreciates in value the moment you drive it off the lot. Look at the chain he got around his neck. Most white guys won't have that chain around their neck. So it depends on how you spending your money. After this video, we're going to go into another video with Marshawn Lynch, and he was telling people how he survived. Mind you, Ocho Cinco is still living off his contract to this day because he don't just uphold the image that, because one thing about Will Smith that he said that always stuck with me, black people spend a lot of money that they don't have on stuff that they can't afford to impress people that don't even like them, and we be a slave to a lot of this stuff. And Ocho Cinco said, man, if I got on a certain watch or certain jewelry, if it's fake, it's not going to even matter because the status I have, people going to think it's real anyway. So why buy something real? And he was being a real minimalist. Always live under your means. If you make $1 million a year, live in $100,000 neighborhood. If you make $5 million a year, still live in $1 million neighborhood. Live under your means, and you can make your money last longer. Alvin Kamara, he said he ain't really been spending a lot of money off his contracts. He's living off of his endorsements. A lot of these kids, some of them are getting, educated and with they parents, and they living off the endorsements, and they living off these NIL deals because they giving a bag. You can make a bag off of endorsement on your day off. And we're gonna get into that with this Marshawn Lynch clip after this. But let's continue.
Me and my little brothers, and obviously little bros need whips. Buy all my little bros whips. Then me, I got $50 million now, don't I? You know what I'm saying? So I caught me a nice penthouse. I get me a penthouse and 2 whips. Give me a Range Rover Sport and a Bentley GT off the rip. You know what I'm saying? So now, bro, looking at 12.6, there's really 7. That's now after my folks and everything. Well, that's like man, what you got in the bank? $1 million?
$1 million.
$1 million? You know what I'm saying? After like it's 12.5. So that's 12.5 out of the 26 million that's guaranteed. So now I got another 14 million that's coming in. That's really 7. You know what I'm saying? So like you got one tucked after 12 million. So you think you got a goddamn 50? No. Just the easy way the math goes like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to start really getting to fucking get hip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I can see how people that aren't hip, you signed a 2 for 10 million. You think got 10, bitch, your ass ain't got that. So anything you're talking about equivalating to making sure your folks or anybody looking at you like, oh, you got 10 million, you can give me $1 million here, $1 million here, da da da. No, your ass gonna be broke.
I could tell he tipsy by the way he hitting that mic. That drink got him feeling good. But yeah, man. And then mind you, these cats could, stop playing well, don't get the next contract as big as they want. They could get injured, don't get the next contract as big as they want. They call the league not for long. You know, even with lottery winners, people be hitting a lottery winning for $100 million and they go broke because they don't have financial literacy and they have bad spending habits and they live above their means. A lot of these influencers and YouTubers, some of them had to go back and get a job because they thought their YouTube money or their content creation money was just going to keep coming in when everything was just looking good. But you gotta save for a rainy day. And when it comes to black people, we always got this, oh, as soon as I make it, I got everybody. We always got that mentality with us. And I think we the only community that do that. To whereas other communities, oh, if I make it, I'm going to just take care of my little brother with his college tuition. I'm going to just get my sister out of debt. I'm going to just fix everything in my mom's house, pay my mom's house off, and fix up her car that she been having already. Like, they do simple stuff like that is necessary. We do the most outrageous, flamboyant stuff. Now I get it. We like nice things. We like to look swag. We got a little, you know what I'm saying? It's like the Kevin Gates in Black Jack picture where Kevin Gates just on the Lakers sideline. I think he got some designer on. He iced out, got a grill, got jewelry on. Meanwhile, Black Jack is sitting right next to him wearing just looking like Adam Sandler dress. And we all know Black Jack is caked up. I'm calling him Black Jack. Jack Black. Jack Black is caked up, because when it comes to that movie stuff, he makes a lot of money off of his films. And we know he's probably way more wealthy than Kevin Gates. But at the same time, we don't know what Jack Black got it up in his house that he didn't spend some crazy stuff on. We just spend money differently, but at the same time, they are very financially educated. Like, even if Jack Black did $1 million for his kitchen, but Kevin Gates' kitchen is the basic kitchen that came with the house. Even if Jack Black added marble floors and all this and all that, he probably got with his accountant and seen if he is able to do that. To whereas we don't have an accountant, or we're not going to listen to our accountant. We want it, we're going to buy it. That's the difference. Let's go ahead on and get into another video I wanted to get into with it's another video with Marshawn Lynch, and he was explaining how he was able to get by off his contracts over the years.
That I was making from off the field, that was the money that I was using to finance my life. And then at the end of the day, it was like, oh, well, I'll go over here. I got Tuesday off. On an off day, what would you really do? Probably go take care of your body, chill, or whatever. But those were the days where I would go and do work with these brands, and I go get a bag on my day off. And that started to add up. So I'm like, well, yeah, all right. I'll take my day off and go do some work over here for 3-4 hours. Bring in, you feel me though, maybe a couple $100 bands or something. And then I can just go eat off of that. And I don't even have to even worry or look at my game check. Yeah, all right. And then what it clicked to me was like, oh, I can do this and I can use this like the dope game. And then it was just more about like stacking and putting away. And after a few years of that, when I'm looking at my account and it's like, oh, okay, well, I done put away, majority of my money from on the field with playing. And I'm really over here playing with off the field money. And that, to me, that was just like, that was like free money because I liked it. Going to go work with these brands because at the same time I was able to show my personality and who I was outside of just a football player. And the biggest thing is that whenever I did do anything, I was still able to put bread into my foundation. So either, like I said, bread or product. And I seen that a lot of the brands that I was dealing with, like, they liked the fact that they had that option, you know what I mean, to help not only me support their brand, but for them to actually support my foundation as well. So I really just went and ate with that kind of mindset.
Yeah, man. And one thing about Marshawn Lynch, he's a very charismatic guy, very likable guy. He's always doing, sponsors and endorsement deals and stuff. When it comes with gaming, whether it comes with products that you could eat or drink, maybe any type of bodily hygiene, like some deodorant or something. Like he's always, got something going on. And if you do that a lot of times on your days off, go and get a bag for 100,000 with this brand. Go and get a bag for 100,000 with that brand. That will add up, and you can literally live off that if you living below your means as a minimalist. Save your money so one day it can save you. And now he's retired, and he still got a lot of that money in his account, and he probably still living off some of that money that he was making with these endorsements. Meanwhile, you got some guys will skip out on that endorsement just to go kick it with the rappers. Meanwhile, you got some guys that will get that endorsement and blow that because they look at that like, oh, this is just free money. I ain't really have to work for this. They just wanted me to come for 3 hours, get me a few little lines to say, oh, get this Sprite, like, and I'm going to just blow this in the strip club. Or I'm going to blow this on the Instagram model. I'm gonna get this to an Instagram model that I've been wanting before I got in the league. And now I could pay for her for another surgery or a Birkin bag. And that's how we get into the trap. That's how we get into the trap, because a lot of these athletes, they want to mimic the rapper lifestyle. Meanwhile, the rapper is trying to catch up with the type of money y'all got, but y'all going broke over trying to portray the rapper lifestyle. Let's get into another clip. Okay, with this one right here.
Years, and then the following 5 years, they go broke.
Easy numbers game, bro.
Yeah.
Easy numbers game. I do it like this. You make $5 million, 2.5 of that gone. You got agent fees, probably another 50 of that gone. You got your dues. A lot of people don't know we got dues for the NBPA. So yeah, you got dues. So everybody put their money in.
Now this Lou Williams, he's an NBA player, not NFL, but athlete still.
In the pot. So you figure you got 450 NBA players. I think the dues is 15 to 20 grand a year. Everybody put it in the pot. That's how we able to get our health care and all of that type of shit.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you got dues. Then you got your personal staff. Right. So I'm talking about just the staff of financial advisor. There's probably 1%. Agent at a high number is gonna get 4%.
Right.
But you can negotiate from 1 to 4.
Okay.
So before you look up, you probably at 1.5 million off of 5 with nothing. Dang. And these Benzes that we keep talking about in these mansions and shit, these girlfriends and these Chanel bags. Before you know it, you not a millionaire no more.
Right.
You a high thousandaire. On paper, you can tell a motherfucker, fuck you, I'm a millionaire.
Right.
In real life, a lot of that pie gone.
Not to mention, a lot of these guys get married and they get married to the wrong woman, and that really kills their bread, especially when they retire out the league or just get up out the league because they're not good enough to get another contract. Once they get married, that's a huge percentage of the fortune gone because the woman gonna get it. Now, if they marry right, but the right woman, they might save a lot of money because you're not messing with all these different type of women and all these different type of places and spending all these type of money, especially if it's a type of woman that's just, not just money hungry. If you get with you a woman that's going to be able to save you money, you really winning. But yeah, man, it's just crazy that these guys blow all this money, bro. Like me, dog. I didn't see some decent amount of money in my bank account because I know how to save. And I live below my means. The only time I really spend money is when I'm taking a vacation, and going on a trip. Because I will spend money on the experience over a designer any day. Clothes don't make me. materials don't make me. I will have the same phone for years and not get an upgrade. I will have the same laptop for years and not get an upgrade. As long as that phone could call, text, get me on the internet, that's all I need. Why I need an upgrade? Same with a laptop. As long as I can get the same things I need done with my laptop as the new one, I don't need a new one. Same with a car. One of my worst purchases I've ever made was when I bought me a car. Because I had a paid off car for 10 years without a note before I got me a new car. And that was one of the worst decisions I ever made. From now on, I will never buy another car again. So all I'm saying is, man, I just think we got to get better with financial literacy. I think we got to get better educated on how, a dollar really works and how you can move it and how you could use it. Because money is best when it's used as a tool. And money is best when it's respected. Once you start disrespecting money and acting like money is nothing, that's when you blow it all away. These guys getting with the wrong girls, these guys getting with the wrong crowds, these guys don't want to tell their family members and their friends no. These guys are, buying a lot of materialistic things, but it's just the same song and dance, But I don't know what y'all think down in the comment section below, man. Do you feel like these guys are idiots? Do you feel like these guys have enough, documentation on the internet to see all these other guys before them failing, and it's no excuse to be failing, right behind them? Or do you think that, man, it's just a cultural thing, or it's just an upbringing thing? Like, if we would just had better parents or better grandparents, before us, with the generations that was better with money, we wouldn't be in a situation we're in right now. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed yet, what you waiting on? Until next time, I'm out.